We have some breaking news this afternoon coming out of the City ground as Nottingham Forest manager Steve Cooper has resigned after guiding them back to the Premier League via the playoffs. Our report suggests that he has been given the opportunity to manage in a different country that was too good for him to turn down, and Forest have already appointed their successor in Murph FM. The 32-year-old comes with great plaudits recently, guiding Salford City to the Premier League in his most recent endeavours, and he will take over starting immediately.
Hello and welcome to part 1 of my new Let's Play series, Forever Forest. So as some of you may know, Nottingham Forest recently got promoted back into the Premier League. Nottingham have somewhat of a history, winning 2 Champions Leagues within their history. So now it is my goal to return Nottingham Forest back to the Champions League and win their 3rd ever Champions League trophy. Let's get to it. So then here we go, Nottingham Forest hire FM as manager. That's me. Steve Cooper is gone. You heard the intro, what happened to him. Cheers, Mr. News Reporter guy, for that. But the good news is, your old pal Murph is here to save the day and sort out Nottingham Forest. Of course, they have recently just been promoted back to the Premier League for the first time in a very, very long time. So the big job's going to be overhauling the squad, seeing who we keep, who we get rid of, sorting out tactics today possibly as well. We're going to see how much money the club have to spend now they're back in the Premier League, and so much more. So let's get into it. But before we do, though, if you're new around here, we make sure we leave a big thumbs up on these videos straight away. So if you are new here, or if you are just enjoying the video so far, and you're looking forward to the new series on the channel, make sure you give a big thumbs up. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button right now. It's right there in the corner. Go get that done, and then we can go and have a look at this team. So as we look at the Premier League table, my first concern is going to be, where are we predicted to finish this season? I'm just a little bit curious. The season preview says we're going to finish rock bottom. 1,000 to 1 that we're going to win the league this season. That doesn't sound good at all. That sounds like a bit of a problem here for Nottingham Forest. So seeing as Nottingham were the last team to get promoted from the Championship this season, 20th could be a bit of an oversight maybe, but you mean, you never know. You just never know. See, the Championship level team, I'm interested to see, though, what we can do this season and if we can overhaul this team to try and get us to stay in the division. My goal is between 14th and 16th would be nice this season. 17th, okay, not ideal because right next to the relegation zone, but we'll see how it goes this season. Season 1 Nottingham. This could be interesting. I think there's a big overhaul needed at this squad to try and make sure we're good enough for the Premier League. So maybe we should get into that team right now and have a look at what's missing and what needs to be done. So just coming to the squad view now, have a brief look now at the Nottingham team. See where the strong points are, what needs improving on, what we need to do next. Keeper-wise, an interesting one because Bryce Sambers looked very good in real life this season for Nottingham Forest. Would he be one we go for, or is it going to be Hoarth in goal instead? The American international as well. Both very good keepers. I've often a bit more money though, so I'm just thinking in terms of finances, maybe we could sacrifice him and put everything into Bryce Sambers maybe. That's something you need to look into at these 2 keepers. They're both first-team quality keepers, so interesting to see this season who we're going to go with out of those pair. Of course, someone like Cole Jenkinson is always transfer list when you come into the game. He's someone who's going to be straight away off as far as possible for me. 20 grand a week for someone who's not a first-team player out of contract at the end of the season. He's out the door. Going down the list though, some experience in the likes of Steve Cook, who have been around the Premier League in the past with Bournemouth. They've been there, they know the level, they know the calibre of player they need to be. He's definitely still good enough. He's definitely got something in him still, Steve Cook. So someone probably keep around. Joe Worrell again. He's going to be someone who'll be looking to learn from Cook now. 24 years of age. Worrell will be someone I want to have in this team. I'm thinking, look at that jumping reach of 16. He's 6'4", heading of 15. Set pieces. This guy in the end of them set pieces. Absolute target man beast at the back. He needs to be starting, Worrell does. That's why I definitely want to keep him. So is a nice young talent as well. 20 years of age, French lad. He looks really good. Decent jumping reach and heading about him as well, sort of thing. Something to work on still maybe, but we'll see how it goes. Mabiso looks a very good option there in the defence. And what about Scott Mckenna? Will he be the star of centre-back this season? Of course, left-footed centre-back. Good jumping reach and head on him as well, 6'2". Could he be the pairing with Worrell then and possibly let Cook drop down to the bench maybe? Some very good options at the back already. I'm liking this Nottingham team. With all 3 of them at the back together, so that could possibly be something to look forward to as well. Panzo, 20 years of age. He's not a bad left back, but wouldn't be a starter for the Premier League qualities. I mean, left back could be a problem area, really, looking through the rest of the players we do have here. The Draga for right back option, not bad. Tunisian international. He's okay. I don't know if he's Premier League quality again, though. So, again, full backs could be an interesting one we do need to try and replace this season. Colback can supposed to play left back as well, but again, I don't think Colback's at the quality. He couldn't get into Newcastle's team before they had all the money. So, is he still that quality now? I don't think he is. Looking for the rest of his team, though, I mean, fullbacks seem to be a problem straight away. Midfield-wise, I mean, the likes of Harry Arter, is he still at the top quality level now at age 31? Probably not. Rotational player at best, but on 12k a week, you could probably move him on and get someone else younger from the youth in maybe. There's the likes of Cafu. There's the likes of Yates as well. Yates looks a very good prospect, to be fair, 23 years of age. There's still work for him to get up to another level for the Premier League maybe, but good tackling, good work rate as well. As a ball winner, as a box-to-box as well, maybe he's the option. And I'm still thinking then, in terms of the attack, my main concern is Lewis Grabban or Sam Surridge a Premier League striker? I mean, so I look at them both quickly. I'm looking at Surridge and thinking, no, he won't be able to do it in the Premier League, for me personally. Off the bench, maybe a 6'3", good jumping, reaching, heading as like a target sort of thing for the last 20 minutes or so. Maybe that, but as a starter, not really the one. And Lewis Grabban, he's had so many chances now in the Premier League, and at 33, yeah, he can be that quick advance forward, still got 14 acceleration, 13 pace, but is he quick enough, though, to be that advance forward in a team pushing to try and stay in the Premier League? I don't think he is. Grabban's very much a championship player at this point now of his career, so striker looks like the weakness straight away, but Lyle Taylor's there as well. Obviously, he's been on loan at my own Birmingham City for the last part of this season. But again, could he be a starter for us at this point of his career as well at 31? I mean, probably not either. So a striking option does look the problem right now. But there's some good youth I want to quickly look into. Firstly, being Brendan Johnson. Possibly I'm on the right-hand side. You can play him through the middle as a cam as well. But I do think more so using that pace, using that crossing and dribbling ability as a winger on this right-hand side could be really good for us this season. Looks top quality prospect. 5-star potential as well. As someone I do want to build a team around. A new contract possibly on the horizon. No, out of contract in 2023. So 2 years to go. He's on quite low money for such a high value. So someone we need to get a new contract out to ASAP. We've mentioned like So as well. A great young prospect there. Panzo, I'm not sure about Panzo at 20 years of age. A good English left back. But again, there's not enough pace about him for me. His crossing ability and his dribbling ability. You cannot get up them lines. So possibly a low move for him or as a backup player this season going forward. But again, an interesting one. Ojeda comes in straight away as a starter in that midfield at 21 years of age as well. It's surprising he's had no Paraguay international caps yet, honestly, because looking at that, the agility, he's got ear concentration's fair good, bravery's not bad, work rate's really good in passing. He's not a bad midfielder as like ball winner. I mean, tackling is only 12, so maybe going more as a box-to-box role because of that work rate ability. Passing ability is pretty decent, finishing and first touch aren't bad either. So a possible box-to-box role there for this guy. Again, not a bad option to have in that midfield, really. Now, when speaking of wingers, obviously Brennan on the one side, Lolly's the other interesting one. As a left footer, we could play with two straight out wingers on either side, just crossing balls into the middle. Lolly being a left footed player, an advanced playmaker out wide would be interesting as well. We haven't really tried one of those before, so that'd be quite interesting having a playmaker out on the left hand side. We've done it through the middle, but never out wide before. I mean, you ain't got the legs for running on that wing, so more so getting the ball into him and using that passing, using that vision, and trying to find people in the middle of the pitch could be the ideal thing for Joey Lolly. If he still starts at the squad, though, that's the thing, though. I don't know if he's going to be the sort of player to start. At 28 now, we could look for a new option there, but these are things I have to look into between now and the next episode. Obviously, the next episode will come back with the first game of the Premier League season, and we'll go through the transfers, a bit of a roundup there. But there's some good areas in this squad. There's a few areas I'm still questioning as well, but the likes of Joe Worrell, I'm really excited to use. A good young English centre-back as well. Someone like him, if we can get him to a good level, maybe try and push him for the England team, maybe. Who knows? So it'd be interesting to see what we can do with these players and what we're going to do going forward. So off the back of that, I thought, we know we want to improve on what areas. How much do we have? We've been given $10.5 million to start the job here at Nottingham Forest, which isn't bad. There's a bit of money in the wage structure as well, about 50,000 there we can use to spend as well. So not a bad start here for Nottingham, really. So we've got a bit of money we can invest. Obviously, we've got the options for loans as well. We're probably looking abroad for some cheaper options as well, possibly transfer listed players and seeing what we can find. But 10 million is a good starting point for Nottingham Forest in the first season of the Premier League, really. It's not loads like the likes of Fulham spend every season getting promoted, spending 50 million and not really staying in the league. Be interesting to see if they can do it within this save this year, though. Obviously, that'd be a game where we need to get 3 points from drastically. So it will be interesting to see. So in terms of formation, I'm currently thinking of 4-3-3. We've mentioned about having like an inside forward or possibly a winger or an advanced playmaker on this side, but there's some standout options I'm thinking straight away. Johnson on that right-hand side. I'm already thinking in terms of right back, I'm looking at Drago right now, but it could possibly change there as well. We've mentioned the centre-back pairing. Worrell looks like he's going to be the starter right now with Scott Mckenna, so Steve Cook could be a backup at this point of his career. And left back, I'm not sure about Panzo yet still, so we're going to leave him blank. The keeper, again, we count the sold team these two. I'm thinking Bryce Samba most likely, so Ethan could be sold. But the midfield lot, there's some interesting ones here. Yates, Ajada are the main two I'm thinking right now. Whether it be this way around or the other way around, but these two here, and then we have a left back, a DLP, a left winger, and an advanced forward. If we do go advanced forward to fill right now, so there's 4 roles in this team. Oh, 3 roles, sorry. We know what keeper we're going for. We've got 2 keepers. We can pick one of those. So 3 roles, possibly 4 roles then. We do need to pick from going into the new season. I suppose we better do some transfers and come back with the next episode. So there we go then. Day 1, Nottingham Forest. We got a new job. This could be interesting. There's a bit of work needs done with this team. We've got a bit of cash to spend as well. So I guess we'll see what happens come the next episode. But if you enjoyed this episode, of course, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Give the video a big like. And leave some ideas in the comments section. Who do you think we should be signing for Nottingham Forest? It's day 1 the job. And we'll be back with episode 2 as we start the Premier League season. And we do some transfers very, very soon. As always, thank you for watching. And we'll see you very, very soon.